Hello everyone, this is ETH Dragon. Welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. Just doing tap battles today, finishing off the extra stages once and for all on hard experts, so let's see how we do. So, today I thought I'd talk about the stuff that's coming up. There's a banner with some of the Book 2 units. I don't know how to pronounce their names, so I'm just gonna say Hellbindi and Legion and Levitain, I don't know, but Levitain, or actually no, it's Legion, right? Yeah, it's Legion and Hellbindi. They have these new skills. One of them's called G Dual Infantry, and that's on Hellbindi, and the other one's Red Dual Flying. Yeah, Red Dual Flying. So these skills, you can only equip it on the unit class that's mentioned. So G Dual Infantry is just for green infantry, and then Red Dual Flying is for, I don't know why I tapped too early, but that's for red flyers. So, and what it does is it grants HP plus 5. It costs 300 SP at base, and it treats an arena, and I presume arena assault, it treats BST as if that unit had set 170 BST. So I keep making the same mistake, I don't know why. So you can only use this on units that have, I believe, under 170 BST. It might be at 170 BST, but it doesn't really matter. So that's good. That restriction is a small touch, but that makes sure we don't get funny shenanigans later where units have ridiculous BST and then you could just dock them down their BST so they score less for arena defense, and so you could get their boosted stats at a lower score, but that's not a thing, so that's good. But it's a huge thing, so it's a precedent, first of all, because a lot of units don't have 170 BST. And if you look at like red flyers in general, there's a few red mage flyers. There might just be one red. I don't know how many there are. I just remember Halloween Noe off the top of my head. I don't think there's any other red range flyers, not that I know of. Oh wait, there's Summertana. There's a few. And then it's mostly melee red flyers and like Summer Young Tiki. So, in terms of BST bins, it's okay. I mean, it's like a lot of them have either somewhere in the high 150s, low 160s, or if you're like Summer Young Tiki, you're just in the high 160s. So you'll get a few points out of it if you give it to them. That's interesting. But the big thing is green dual infantry, because there's, for example, like dancers or infantry and they're green, like Inigo and Performing Arts of Zero. So they get a massive boost to scoring, like no joke, it's massive. And that just means, from my initial impressions, that means no one's safe from dancers because they can score high enough now to be seen. I haven't done the calcs yet, but I'm pretty sure they can get up there, probably with because they're comparable to like they would score more than, or Inigo would score the same as plus speed Sheena at max investment. Of course, you'd have to give him rally speed defense plus, but in all honesty, people are probably gonna use dance, or if you're a Zero, sing. So I don't think that's too relevant in terms of seeing dancers with rally speed defense plus right now. Or rally up attack. So that's not much of a concern, but Or like if you like look at my arena team, I have Nino who has 147 BSD, so she gets I believe 10 points, extra points for running that skill. And of course it costs 300 SP, so besides Austin counter, it's the best scoring A skill. That's inheritable, of course, along with close counter. So I don't know what I think of it. Like my first thoughts, I don't really like it because this is basically intelligent systems trying to quote-unquote rebalance the arena by kind of sort of evening the playing field, but not really. Of course, the units that can get 175 BST will still score more in general, but it's like we're gonna see more of these. I'm pretty darn sure of it. There's no way they're just leaving it at this. RIP. So I don't know. It's definitely interesting where this is going, but of course it's sacrificing your A slot. And if you've seen my arena run, I do use close counter on Nino like a lot. And even off camera, I use it a lot. It's so invaluable. Having your ranged unit being able to bait melee units, it's so nice. Especially the tankier ones. So, I don't know. Personally, I'm not going to be summoning for them. And I guess the other thing is that they're going to be behind a summoning gate, so obviously the whales have a better advantage. They can get their plus 10 green infantry dancers up in high arena to troll people on arena defense. But I don't know, it's... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Flying Olivia counts too, because she's a red flying dancer. So she might show up too, and on a lot of maps, flyers can be super deadly because there's some of the lava theme maps where it's like, holy cow, there's just, if you don't have mobility over like lava lakes and stuff, you just get trapped so quickly if you can't move out. You know what? If you're familiar with those maps, I don't do any fancy video editing, so I can't show you the maps I'm talking about. But there's, I don't know. I'm also kind of curious how they're going to progress with these, because since they're clearly splitting it by color and movement type, it's going to be a while for the progression of these skills. For all we know, we'll see, like, I don't know, maybe another infantry one next, another flyer? And then, of course, when the Cav ones eventually drop, haha, we're gonna see some strange things. But I don't know if Reinhardt would do very well with this. Like, honestly, you can with blessing spam, you can get Rein to score good enough to score like in a team with not all Cavs, but you can have like 2 Cavs or even 3, I think. You can get like in the 740s, so it's respectable already. Of course, you can score even higher. He does lose his A skill though, so if you're like used Death Blow 4, now you get HP plus 5. So of course, they're trying to keep it balanced, but I honestly don't think it's balanced. It's, again, behind a summoning gate, you have to get these units, so of course, for green focus units, it's generally easier. So I guess going for Hellbindi would be more practical than going for leg yarn. Either way, like, the units themselves are pretty good as well from the story, you know. Like leg yarn is probably gonna have, I don't know if they're gonna change out their weapons, but, and I don't know how to pronounce the weapons, but it's like new or something for leg yarn. And basically she takes all the field buffs on the unit, all the just total it all up, and all her stats gain a boost equal a combat buff Yeah, it's combat. Equal to half of those. So if someone's like fully buffed for +6 to everything, then Leguiarn will get +12 to all stats, which is pretty insane. This one's actually kind of challenging. I'm also kind of like half distracted by doing these tap battles while commentating, which is why I'm like slurring and ing a lot. But I don't know, it's certainly interesting, and like even though like Levitain doesn't have any infantry, like red dual infantry or something, she has her nice, I don't remember, I think her weapon's the same as her name, could be wrong on that, but it's basically a melee blade tome. And she has I think a whopping base 37 attack to back it up, and I think a decent speed, so she's gonna be definitely super scary if she gets buffed up. Of course, that's why, like in my arena run, I use Panic Ploy, because with the dawn of like Rally Speed Defense Plus, if you can set up Panic Ploy, it's just, oh, Rally Speed Defense Plus, and it's a -6 to speed and defense buff for enemy units, Kepper. But that's basically what I think of it as nowadays. So it's definitely interesting to see these skills come out. I'm thinking they're probably gonna do more infantry and flower buffs with these skills first, before we'll see it like on calves. But I don't know, we'll see what we get. Because if you look at how BST has changed for general classes, I don't remember the exact order, but I know for sure that Intelligent Systems buffed. RIP. How far was I from the end? I'm tapping too fast, that's kind of sad. So I was pretty close to the end. So I'm pretty sure they buff infantry BST before they buff cav BST. I don't know what they do with flyers. I need to look back at that. But it seems they definitely buff kind of in the general order. Infantry and flyers, and then calves, and then armors. Because it took a while it took all the way till the Winter's Envoy banner to power creep the armored BST bin to 175 as max. Before then it was like Amelia who had like 173, so like plus speed China could still compete. I'm trying to think, yeah. That's pretty much what's happened, generally speaking. It hasn't stayed completely consistent, but even now, like, the current main BST trends is like ranged infantry have somewhere between around over 150 now, when before it was just under. Like Nino in Gen 1 I'm tapping too fast. Nino in Gen 1 had like 147, and a lot of infantry range at 147, and then they started releasing like 149 with super boons and 150 and stuff. So I don't know. And like if you look at just how a general power keeps going around, take a look at Helbindi's stat line. He's basically like Hawkeye with a lot more base defense, and in exchange for speed and I believe slightly less HP. So I would say it's a power creep there. Definitely a stat creep. I mean, Helbindia is, I believe, 163 BST, which is the standard for infantry melee now. So there's that. And then, like, I don't know. It seems like the new units are going to be pretty good. I don't know how much they'll shake the meta, but it's mostly the skills that will affect the meta until they release more broken BST units, honestly, or more new broken skills. But we'll see until then. So, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous to see where these dual skills go, because the first thing I'm thinking is like, what if they get to the point where healers can get these? And I didn't check the restrictions exactly. They might not be able to be equipped on healers. If so, that's just kind of like a side note of intelligent systems knowing that they cannot make healers too broken. Because before the weapon refinery, healers were like super mad. They had a class modifier of 0.5, so they were always doing half damage compared to all other units. So it was pretty bad from just bad off the bat. And it was like, they introduced weapon refining. Now they can get Raffles staff refine, so they can do full damage, or they can go dazzling staff refine, which literally just denies the counterattack, like straight up, which is ridiculous. Anyways, yeah, we're done with those. I guess because I want to rant a little bit more, we'll do casual on camera. Just why not? So, yeah, I don't know. This game is going a very awkward direction. I'm not sure if Intelligent Systems thinking this is going to balance Arena in any way. I'm pretty sure they're doing this because they don't want to directly change the way arena points are scored. If they were to, like, say, change the formula, so the number one request I hear is, like, removing BST from the from scoring for Arena, which is kind of what they're doing here, but not quite. It's still, in a way, balanced, but a lot of units technically don't even need their A skills. And I keep goofing at that same infantry sword unit. Sword fighter. I don't know why. They kind of just doing the same things. They always do random hot fixes like this. And long term, I don't know how far they look into these changes long term, because like weapons like the fire sweep weapons, they've always been just inherently strong because automatically denying follow-up attacks without any other conditions other than using the weapon. I mean, not follow-up attacks, counterattacks. It's just so strong. As you can see why like wind sweep and water sweep are growing. They're growing more popular because units that are fast are able to deny counterattacks on the opponent so they can get that chip damage in, which is pretty interesting to say the least how this meta has changed a little bit. But it just seems like at this point they can't really fix Arena, because once you, like, say you could just use whatever units you want, you'd probably see the most broken units in the game, cough cough healers, running around the meta. Like, I don't know about you, but if I were to face a properly built defense team that's running like 1 or 2 healers with good builds sitting in the back waiting for you to die in a hole because you can't do anything, especially like Veronica, you don't want to bait Veronica. Why would you debuff your stats why would you intentionally bait so you get debuffed? Like, I don't know about you, that doesn't sound like a good idea unless you have a dancer, which is totally viable. If you somehow built a +10 dancer, now you can totally use them in Arena because of G-Dual Infantry, which is kind of cool, I guess. Technically, it allows for the cheesier strats that rely on dancers for Arena to be more viable, I guess. But not many people are gonna have those +10 seasonal dancers, especially. Even though the banner is coming up, it's kind of ironic. They released this right before they're probably going to rerun the Performing Arts banner from last year with Performing Arts Azura and Inigo, so that says something. And then of course there's a Red Flying Olivia, so she's probably gonna show up on a legendary banner sometime, right? I have no idea. I don't know how they I don't pay attention to how they choose units for the legendary banners. But I probably should do these off camera because it definitely seems like I'm struggling on casual, because that's definitely normal. I don't know, it's like when you try to commentate and keep a stream without, like, I don't script anything, so all this is just off the top of my head, which is definitely not a good idea, because then you like spend too much time thinking about what you're gonna say and you're not focusing on the main part of the video, which is me derping in tap battles. I don't know what I was doing there. That part's kind of awkward for me. What else did I talk about? I guess today I had to redo my arena assault run. I didn't record it, unfortunately, because I had to do quite a few runs, and I didn't really have, my voice was kind of dead, so I didn't want to do a live comm, but I also didn't want to do a completely silent video with maybe like game sounds, because I wouldn't be able to explain what the heck's going on. Because if someone were to like watch my arena video and see I'm running lightning breath, distant counter, adult tiki, it'd be like, what the heck? People wouldn't understand it, so it's like, kinda do need that commentary, because I do some strange things sometimes in my videos. Like trying to do these all on video, which is just gonna make the video unnecessarily long, because you've already seen me do this on expert. So it's like, theoretically, I can finish it on casual, but as usual, for some reason casual is just harder for me. I don't know why. Casual is easier for me if I'm like doing tap battles without looking at the screen. Which sounds kind of funny, but like when I'm doing dailies and stuff, a lot of the maps are designed so where if you just tap to the rhythm like this, you can see how the units are bobbing. You can generally get most of the units by just doing that, because that's how they designed the maps. So when it's casual, you can just do that and not really pay attention, instead of spam tapping, which is totally going to get me carpal tunnel, Kappa. But yeah, I think I'll go one more try here, and if I don't succeed, I'll just pause the video and do it all off camera. It's probably gonna take me a while, to be honest. I seem to always be recording these videos when I'm tired, which, I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of always tired, because there's too much to do in a day. And I still have to do Tempest Trials. Top 1000 is somewhere above 100, I believe 55,000. So it's kind of slow. I think there's like, counting today, there's 4 days left. So I guess like after reset's gonna be 3, but it's definitely going to be interesting where it ends up. I don't know why I always screw up that section. And it's not like there's anything crazy about it, but anyways, we're gonna pause the video. The video's getting a little long now. Alright, I think we're done. And there we go. All done with the extra stages, haha. And just as a rando bonus, we're gonna do a Tempest Trial run. I don't know. I just feel like it. So yeah, we're ranked 1087 right now. Video's looking okay. I also want to do this because I might just do a rando video of me doing Tempest Trials. I don't know yet.
Yes. I will fight.
When Neff never has enough attack feels bad, man.
I am ready.
My gosh.
Alright. You're right there. Guide my bow.
Sure, we're gonna do that.
Did you call for what now?
I'm kind of brain dead right now, so I can't do Tempest Trials as fast as I would like.
You're right there. I am ready. Here to help. Yes. Yeah, I will fight. What now? Alright. I am ready.
Usually what ends up happening during Tempest Trial runs is that I go too fast and then I miss something. Like that a unit doesn't kill when I'm hovering over, and then so I get them murdered for no reason. But other than that, I usually do alright. This game's okay. I'm trying to get... I don't know how to pronounce his name. I just say Jamki. Jonk. This... I have no idea. But we're just gonna buff his attacking speed there. Throw common, buff him out of sealed falchion range because we can do that. And just finish him off with... I don't know how to pronounce half these units' names in the game. Because I don't have any knowledge of whatchamacallits.
Here to help. Yes.
Fire Emblem games, because this is literally the first game I've played from the franchise, which this really isn't a game from the franchise, so yeah, not looking too good. Oh wait, I got chill speed. There's chill speed. Epic fail, boys. Oh well, we derp on camera all the time. Or on video. I always say on camera for some reason, I don't know why.
Here to help. I am ready.
But this is not looking good at all.
You're right there.
Probably just gonna sack, honestly. Seems like best option.
Did you call for me?
Guide my bow.
Even though technically Veronica could probably hard carry.
Yes.
Because Veronica is definitely a strong unit,
Guide my bow.
but not quite strong enough for it.
Yes.
Ah, whatever. It's what happens when you do stuff on camera. Yes. Let's just lose to everyone. We got one shot by everyone. So, just take your pick. Who do you die to? Let's just attack Gordon. I don't know. Use my really, really bad backup team. That's full Cav Emblem.
Spring sunshine.
To try to get somewhere with this. Okay, didn't move. That's interesting.
Yes.
Can do this.
Spring weather is quite nice. Right.
Can take out Kaya there.
Onward. Understood.
He does nothing.
Yes. Point me at the enemy. On it.
Gonna do that. Get doubled by Grapo.
Spring sunshine. As you wish. I will go.
Isn't looking good.
Weather is
So we're
quite
just
nice.
going to...
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna get one round KO'd, but Effie, aka one shot, so let's just do this.
Yes.
Spring sunshine.
I was out of Lance Breaker and that's great. There we go. Okay, bad Tempest Trial run, but that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, as always. This is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye.